Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Y'all, it's finally time. I'm fixing to cook a camel tenderloin. Now, I've never tried this before. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I'm gonna eat it. Let's get to cooking. Now, I don't really know how to cook camel. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But since it looks like a backstrap or a piece of beef tenderloin, that's what I'm gonna do to it. I'm gonna trim it up a little bit. Now, it doesn't have a lot of fat. You're not gonna see a ton of intermuscular marbling in this thing. I am gonna take off this thick sinew, and like on a beef tenderloin, they all have these. You just kind of keep your cuts thin, take off some of that skin, get underneath that tough connective tissue there. Now, this camel came from my buddy Kevin down at the butcher shop in Pensacola. He sources some of the best briskets that I've ever cooked and all kinds of other good meat. Well, he also gets exotics, and I'm game to try anything once, so we're gonna find out what camel's all about. Now that it's all trimmed up, I'm just gonna pat it dry a little bit, and not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. Looks like a beef tenderloin. First thing that I'm gonna do to it seasoning-wise is get some salt on it. I want some salt just to sit on this meat a little bit. Penetrate it, give it some flavor, but it's gonna start pulling some moisture out. It's gonna kind of dry brine it a little bit. His electrolytes are low. He needs to put some electrolytes back in him. We got the salt on it, it's trimmed up nice. Looks good so far. Let's let it hang out for 30 minutes while I fire my grill up. So I'm gonna fire up my pellet grill today for this. I'm gonna be running it at 275 and then using some pecan pellets for a little bit of smoke flavor, not too heavy. When that grill gets up to temp, we're gonna finish seasoning the camel. Now check it out, we got some sweaty camel now. That salt really starts pulling the moisture out of the meat, and that's a good thing. It kind of starts that cooking process. When it does it, it's getting some flavor down in it. It's been sitting here for about 30 minutes. You could go up to 2 hours if you wanted to stick it back in the fridge and just let it hang out in this little salt brine. It would develop a little more flavor. For us, for me trying it, it's perfect like it is. Now seasoning wise, I didn't know what to go with. I mean, salt, pepper, garlic would probably be fine like an AP. But since it's camel, I said, why not give it kind of a Mediterranean flair or something? So I'm gonna use my spicy Greek seasoning. It's gonna go well with red meat, so we can put a good dose of it on there. It's not super salty. You know, we've got a salt layer on it, so that's plenty of salt for what we're wanting. But I just wanna get some flavor, some herbs, and different things going on the outside to give it some taste. Now I wanna add some extra herbs, so I'm gonna use my buddy Al's chimichurri seasoning. Now you can make a good chimichurri sauce with it, but I like to use it kind of as an herb crust. These herbs are dehydrated, so they're gonna cook down, they're gonna absorb some moisture and soften up a little bit, but it makes a nice little crunchy element on the outside. All right, so our pit's up to temperature. It's sitting at 275, got a little bit of that pecan smoke rolling. I'm just gonna take this tenderloin, put it on as straight as possible, because it's gonna cook to the shape that I set it on this grill. I'm not worried about internal temperature right now. We're gonna let it get about a 30-minute head start, then I'll start putting a probe in it. So I'm just gonna close the pit. We're gonna let that baby eat. All right, y'all, 30 minutes into this camel cook. Let's see what it's looking like. And you know what? I ain't mad at it. I was pretty scared the way it looked in the package. I ain't gonna lie, I've been hesitant to cook this thing. But now it's looking like a beef tenderloin. So I wanna go ahead and watch my internal temperature. It looks like it's still got a ways to go. I want my probe to be about halfway in. So I've got my dot probe here, and we're just gonna slide it in the side, go about halfway. Yeah, we still got a little ways to go on it. I'm trying to take it up to about 132, let it carry over to where it's, you know, medium rarish. So let's just keep watching it cook. All right, y'all, you can see we done hit 132 degrees. It took about another 20 minutes. It wasn't a long cook at all. I want to verify with a handheld thermometer that this thing's up to temperature, because I just got my probe right at the kind of the center of it. Let's go in here and check. Oh yeah, 132. I think we're there, so we're safe to get this camel tenderloin off the pit and let it rest a little bit. We're gonna take camel tenderloin off the pit. Smells good. So I just laid out some foil, and I'm gonna loosely, I'm not gonna wrap it up tight, but I'm just gonna tin it a little bit. I like to give my beef loin a long rest. When I say a long rest, I'm talking like 15, 20 minutes. It's gonna kind of let that cooking process stop. We're not trying to get it to carry over too much. I just want a few degrees, but I wanna let those juices kind of redistribute in the meat. So we're gonna let it sit here before I try it. I'm fixing to eat camel, y'all. So after I let this camel sit here and rest a little bit, I'm gonna get it on the cutting board. It's camel time. All right, so I'm just gonna cut right into it, y'all. And you can cut it as thick or as thin as you want. You wanna see what it looks like? Is that a little medium rare? I'd say so. It's pretty pink all the way across, but it's not too rare. I mean, it feels a lot like beef tenderloin, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna cut me out a piece here. Let's see what it tastes like. It has a real beefy flavor. There's no like I was expecting something like lamb or something to have this unique kind of like wang to it or certain style of meat, but it just tastes like really good red meat. It doesn't have a gaminess or a wildness to it at all. I don't know if this was free-range camel raised in a pen or circus or what, but I can get down with some camel. If you're adventurous, hey, give it a shot. You can call Kevin down at the butcher shop. He can mail you some camel. It ain't no problem for him. Well, hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, watching me try this camel today. If y'all like what we're doing, please subscribe to the channel. You can find me on all the social channels at HowToBBQRight. And every week, Shell and I do a podcast. We're gonna talk about this camel and how I cooked it and all that stuff. And then can I get Shell to try it? She's gonna be off camera. But we'll do that next week on our weekly podcast. Y'all give that a listen. We'll see you next time. All right, Shell, are you gonna try the camel? You got to. It's good, I promise you it's good.